You know, the Kia Telluride is often accused of being a knockoff Range Rover, which, first of all, is a crazy insult to lob at a Kia. That's a total benefit. But this all-new generation for the 2027 model year, yeah, it ain't beating those luxury for less allegations, that's for sure. This thing looks pretty great, in my opinion. Well, let's check it out and see what we're working with. The first thing you are going to notice about the new Telluride is that it's bigger than before, actually, just like the redesigned Hyundai Palisade, on which this is based on. Now, dimensionally, we've got an extra 2.3 inches in body length, a 3-inch stretch in the wheelbase, and an extra inch in height. So, yeah, pretty big. Whew, size matters, I guess, and so do details. And on the Telluride, we've got plenty of really nice ones. So we've got powered recessing door handles here. We've got some kind of a nice rounding to the lower portion of the side of the car, and that kind of tapers back to a rounded rear flank. And I really like the sharp design of the head and the tail lights. Looks pretty good. Now, this is the off-road focused X Pro trim, and as you'd expect on something that's meant to get a little dirty, we've got unique wheel design, we've got all-terrain tires, we've got functional tow hooks, and that big old gawping black grille up front. And based on style alone, I can feel like this thing is definitely going to be a hit. Now, the same rugged but upscale vibe continues on the inside of the new Telluride, and for reference, this is the new off-road focused X Pro trim, and I really do like the upholstery treatments here. We've got some perforated and stitched leather for the seating surfaces, along with a suede portion to the upper portion of the seat, and wow, there's a really cool mesh textile for the headrests. Now, from the infotainment perspective, and I know both automakers really hate this comparison, but this is a little bit of a reskinned Hyundai Palisade, and so we've got the same dual 12.3-inch displays, one for the driver functions and one for the infotainment here in the center. Speaking of infotainment, you will have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on the new Telluride. Now, there are some controls and vehicle settings embedded in the center stack, but we do have a lot of physical controls, which is, oh, I always love that. Now, here we've got, of course, drive modes and terrain modes. This might be specific to the X Pro. We've got all sorts of physical controls on the steering wheel, physical controls for the climate functions, auto hold, hill descent control, a touch capacitive panel here underneath the screen. Overall, pretty great. Now, I would be remiss if I did not mention this pretty awesome chopped carbon fiber trim for both the passenger side of the dashboard and the whole center console with the retractable door and the panel for the wireless device charging. It is a very refreshing departure away from the faux carbon fiber trim that we have seen for, oh, I don't know, about the past decade. Very nice job, Kia. Now, I have mentioned the Palisade quite a bit in this video, but the Telluride significantly departs from its sibling when it comes to powertrains. A 2.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, good for 274 horsepower and 311 pounds-feet of torque, is the standard engine, as is an 8-speed automatic transmission. The upgrade here is the hybrid, and that is also a 2.5-liter Turbo 4, now hybridized to the tune of a combined 329 horsepower and 339 pounds-feet of torque, and an average of 35 miles per gallon. Regardless of powertrain, front-wheel drive is standard, with all-wheel drive as an option. Cargo storage? Yeah, it's a 3-row SUV. You've got plenty of that. Now, behind the third row, there's a decent amount of space with a pretty nifty segmented underfloor cargo stowage area there. But of course, as is usual, you have got all rows fold down, and you've got, I don't know if you possibly could need more space for a family. That looks pretty good to me. Now, after climbing around the all-new Kia Telluride, I gotta say, I love it. I love the packaging, I love the powertrains, I love the design, I love the details, and I think a lot of buyers will as well. Now, in terms of pricing, no information on that yet. That'll come closer to the vehicle's launch, which will be available early next year. Now, I have a whole lot more to say on the all-new 2027 Kia Telluride. For my full thoughts and first look, you gotta go to cars.com/news.